Yo guys, what's going on? Insanity coming back at you today with another Halo Infinite video, and today was the day that we finally got our first glimpse of true in-game gameplay of Halo Infinite. I'm just gonna go ahead and straight out running from the very beginning. At 343 Industries was 100% transparent with the gaming community, saying that this was actually running over on a PC build of the game, but it was supposed to be a full representation of what the Series X was capable of. Does that mean the PC version can be superior? Probably. We'll have to wait and see exactly what they have to say about the final specifications and all the features that are going to be coming on over to the PC version compared to the Series X version. We already know that there's going to be an update for Halo Infinite coming after release for ray tracing support. More than likely, the PC version is going to get it day one. I have no idea. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the coming months as we get a little bit closer to that holiday 2020 release. But what did we see? There was a couple of things in there that were actually really interesting. Apparently the gameplay that we got to see was about halfway through the campaign experience. It was not at the very beginning. They didn't want to go ahead and try and give anything from the start. This was just straight in the middle. You got to see the same pilot guy that was back at the Halo Infinite gameplay reveal at E3 from a few years ago. He was still right there, your partner in crime, and maybe he's gonna be like your replacement for Cortana. I have no idea. Only time will tell. You know, maybe we're grooming this guy to become a new Spartan over time, and then we get to try and move forward. They did indeed say we're not going to be getting a Halo 7. They're going to be using Halo Infinite as a base and a building ground for the future of the Halo franchise, and it's going to be not necessarily episodic. They're not going to take that route with this, but they're going to be using the slipspace engine and the entire world of Halo Infinite to try and build the future of the franchise. So that's actually pretty cool and exciting to see where things are going to go from here, since we're already basically 20 years in the making of Halo at this point. And things have gotten pretty much off the rails with the last game and where things were headed with Cortana and the Guardians and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, we got to see some new abilities. We got to see like this, you know, crazy little shield wall that popped up, got a grenade stuck to it. We got to see him use his grappling hook in full action, where he was able to go ahead and pull himself to enemies, pull objects to him, and just utilize his environment, traverse the environment, do a little bit of platforming, things like that. Got to see the assault rifle, got to see some pretty iconic weaponry, the plasma grenades, the grunts, the Banish looked like they were absolutely showing up, the brutes that were involved, and it looks like as you were shooting them, the armor on these particular enemies, you were shooting them and they were just falling off the enemies. So that was actually really cool to see some type of unique aesthetics to the actual characters and enemies that you're playing against, and how the armor just will get shot off as you shoot the characters on particular parts of the body. So that's really freaking cool there. The open world aspect of the game has taken this in a completely new direction, and I think that this is going to be a must play experience. It is going to be indeed on Game Pass. So if you got an Xbox One, if you got a Series X, if you got a PC, and you have that Game Pass experience, you're going to be able to go ahead and enjoy this game. This coming probably November, I would assume, and maybe it's going to be early or late October. I mean, if they really try and, you know, wow the world with a late October release for the Series X, that would be pretty cool. Because if you recall, when the Series X was in full, like promotional mode at E3, when this Halo Infinite gameplay was first revealed, last year? Was it the year before? I don't know. Either last year or the year before, they said that Halo Infinite was going to be launching day and date with the Series X to try and bring this whole Xbox experience back around, because Halo was a launch title for the original Xbox, and they wanted to do that again here with the Series X. So that's actually pretty freaking cool. The box art for Halo Infinite is very, you know, reminiscent of the original Halo game, Combat Evolved. It's got a lot of similar little pieces of artwork in there that are very, you know, iconic. And I'm sure you may have already seen that. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Yeah, just the graphics engine of the slipspace engine in general just makes it that you can see as far into the horizon as you possibly want, and everything just looks so in focus. I mean, obviously this entire thing was running at 4K 60 FPS for you to go ahead and enjoy the the true visuals and the pixel count and the polygons and how, you know, smooth your gun looked and how the facial animations on the what looked to be the main boss, it's like the main protagonist of the Banished there. And there's a lot going on with the story. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I just feel that this is going to definitely be the must play title for Microsoft in holiday 2020. I mean, obviously they don't really have any other first parties that are coming out this holiday, but other than Ori and like the remake of Ori, that's supposedly running 120 frames per second on the Series X. Just saying, if you're looking to try and, you know, go ahead and push the limits frame rate wise of your new console, that's going to be one that's going to definitely do it. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and drop it there, guys. I mean, this was just a quick little preview, my thoughts, impressions, how I absolutely agree that Halo is in the right direction at this point. It definitely needed to change. The setup of going mission to mission and being a much more linear experience has definitely gone stale over the last 20 years for it to get this unique change without going too crazy with actually adding gameplay mechanics. We don't need all these crazy abilities and things that we've gotten from like Halo Reach, Halo 4 and 5. We need to go ahead and try and cut back on that and go back to the original gameplay of what we got over in Halo 1. Anywho, be sure to go ahead and drop a like if you haven't already, guys. Sub if you're brand new to the channel. If you are a channel member, your name should be appearing here somewhere at the end of the video. And if you're a patron over on Patreon, you know, you'll be in the next one because I believe we haven't gotten one yet, but you could be the first. Anywho, be sure to go ahead and drop a like. Sub if you're new. Look out for looter shooter content, and of course, more content as we keep covering all the next generation stuff in the coming weeks. I'm out of here, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace. Good night.